My name is Khan Hossain. That's the name that will show up on the ballot, but my complete name, including my middle name, is Khandekar Shaukat Hossain, and that might have been the name a lot of people have seen on some articles. I'm running for the position of the mayor.
Are you a new candidate or a candidate seeking re-election?
I am a new candidate.
How long have you lived in Hamtramck?
First, I moved to New York, but from New York, I moved to Hamtramck in February of 1998, and I have lived here ever since. And I have been living in the same house since 2002.
Can you describe for us your highest level of education?
I went to high school from freshman to senior year. I basically graduated from Hamtramck High School in 2001. Then I went to Wayne State University, where I received a Bachelor's of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering. And in addition to that, I have some certificates in reactive problem solving. I have green belt and black belt certification for those.
After you completed your education, what kind of occupation have you been involved in?
Once I received my engineering degree in 2005, I have been working as an engineer. I have worked at Chrysler since January of 2006. I still, to this day, continue working at Chrysler, but my positions have changed over the years. And currently, I am VPC, Validation Project Chief. I'm responsible for making sure all the electrical system is functioning as they should for a Ram truck and the minivans.
Have you been active in any of the local organizations?
Yes, I have been active in some of the local organizations, volunteering when time permits, even though I spend most of my free time with the family and kids, and I have a lot of hobbies that take up a lot of time also.
Are you generally familiar with the way that the city governments work?
I am familiar with the way the city governments work. I asked a lot of questions, got a lot of answers, and I did educate myself.
Have you been attending or watching some of the city council meetings?
I have been attending and watching, especially the most recent city council meetings.
Have you been ever elected or appointed to a political position?
No, I have not been elected or appointed to any positions.
In your opinion, what is the current government doing right, or what is the current government doing wrong?
In my opinion, I will answer that in two separate pieces. What the current government is doing right. I want to point out the entire city is operating as it should. We have running water, we have electricity, the roads are open, the traffic lights are working, the police, the fire department, water department, all the departments are still functional, they're working, and it takes a lot of effort, a lot of planning, a lot of budgeting, and a lot of work. So given that all these are functioning correctly, I would say those are major achievements and they're working correct. And the follow-up question was, what is it doing wrong? I don't see the unity. I see a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding, and basically pointing fingers. I think we could improve on people relations and confidence of the general public in the government.
Are there any particular items that you would change immediately in the city government?
I would change a few things in the city government. and first of which would be open communication. I notice there are a lot of hidden agendas. Everyone is working for themselves. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't think it makes sense to general public. I honestly think we need to have better and more open communication from the city officials to the general public, communicating their intentions and action behind it.
If elected, would you be able to dedicate enough time to do the functions required of you?
Yes, if elected, I would be able to dedicate enough time for the task that's necessary. Like I mentioned, I have quite a few hobbies currently that does take up a lot of time. So I do have some free time that I could reallocate easily.
When you make a decision to run for an office, there's usually a certain factor that motivates you to make the decision. What was that motivation?
The motivation behind me deciding to run for office was very simple. It was to have better communication and reduce misunderstanding. I sense the general public, which I am, losing confidence in the public officials, and I realized that a simple open line of communication and taking accountability for their own actions would improve the whole situation. So that was my goal, is to bring new perspective. I know how I can create open communication in both directions, and actually for the city officials to listen to general public when they have concern. I sense that the city officials are not there hearing the people but not listening to the people, and I would like to change that.
Have you ever brought any of your concerns directly to the council and presented them at the council meeting?
I did not bring my concerns to the council in the office, but I did speak with the council members outside of the meeting.
Now, Hamtramck has a very diverse population. How do you feel you could get along with individuals who are somewhat different than you?
So Hamtramck is full of a diverse population. The question is, how would I get along with people who are different than me? I would say they are not different than me because for a person, where they grew up defines who they are. And I grew up here. I went to high school here, and going to Hamtramck High School all 4 years, that is normal for me. The crowd of people I mixed with, I hung out with, spent time, went to class with, that is my normal. So even though the people are diverse, I grew up being diverse. So for me, it's home. It's not trying to get different group of people together. For me, it's just living my life.
Are you somewhat familiar with the U.S. Constitution, with the state laws, and with the city charter?
Yes, I am familiar with U.S. Constitution, state law, and city charter. I am also very familiar with religious laws and how similar they all are. And I think a lot of officials, city officials, currently doesn't know at least part of those, which is what creates a lot of miscommunication.
Are you willing to take time to participate in seminars which sort of teach you how to be a good government official?
I am willing to take time to take seminars. It's not just willing to, I welcoming, and I want to, and I need to. I think everyone should, because no one knows as they start a new job, doesn't matter what it is, they could be flipping burgers, everyone should learn the job before they think they know what they're doing.
Are you familiar with the city budgets and finances in general?
Yes, I am familiar with the city budgets and finances in general. Obviously, I don't know the specifics because I don't have the rights to access the sensitive information. I am also responsible for, in my current job, budgeting, planning, all kind of testing, and projects. So not only I'm familiar with finance and budgeting, I have many years of experience at managing it well.
Does your family and friends support your decision to seek a elected office?
My family and friends does support me in seeking elected office. They are actually very excited about it.
Have you been able to form an organization that would help you in campaigning and doing the things that are necessary to get elected?
Yes, I have been successful at forming an organization. Unfortunately, it's not quite as official as some other politicians, mainly because I had a late start where other politicians have been doing this for multiple decades. I only have just a month or so, a couple of months of me being in this field. I do have the organization, but still at its infancy phase.
Is there anything that you would like to inform the voters about at this point?
Inform them or send a message to them?
Well, basically send a message from your personal feelings and so on.
Yes, I would like to send a message to general public, especially the voters. If you are a citizen and you are not a registered voter, please go and register for voting. And if you are a registered voter already, please go out and vote for your choice of public official. The main point is you need your voice to be heard. It doesn't matter who you vote for as long as you vote for the person who speaks for you.
Thank you very much for your input, and we hope you're going to be successful in your endeavors.
Thank you.